Where's that smoke coming from? Okay, so every time I run it, any wires that I have running to the negative and the positive are overheating for some reason. At least I know the smoke's coming from the wires, not the inverter. Just to verify my wiring, I bring negative in. It goes to this main contactor that is activated by the 12 volt ignition switch, right? I switch 12 volt, it sends a signal. I hear that throw, it sends negative to the inverter. I've quadrupled, tripled, double checked that that goes to the B minus on the inverter. As far as positive goes, I bring positive into this contactor. It runs through a smaller contactor that is activated on power up, and I hear it happen. That goes through 2 resistors, that circles back over here, so pre-charge happens, and then just following the positive all the way through, it goes through a 400 amp fuse to the B plus, which goes to the inverter. This contactor, I can tell it works because I have my start signal wire. I touch it to positive, I hear it open this, and then I measure 38 volts there, and so that happens. I've run it in regular mode, and this last time I was doing it in manual mode. I had the encoder unplugged. What else? I've got my switch, it seems to be working. I mean, the pedal, I don't know, it responds to the pedal. So that's all the high voltage wiring. As far as what I have running it right now, I'm using 3 car batteries. It's bringing me to 38 volts. I set the parameters UDC min to 0, UDC SW to 0. Every time I've run it, it overheats whatever wires are hooked up. And so, sillily, originally I hooked up 20 gauge to here because I thought, oh, it's low voltage, and I had a 16 gauge going here, melted the 20 gauge. I replaced that with a larger wire, and that with the larger wire I just ran you know, like jumper cables, which are really thick, and then I had some 16 gauge running from here and here, and it melted those.